Good afternoon and welcome to Courtroom Chronicles Trials of Therapy. So, if it's your birthday today, Mdase, happy birthday. You know that this side on YouTube, we wish people a happy birthday. Yesterday, my son was turning 25. I'm 41, so you can do the math. Yes, I was young. I was still a baby. But now, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of myself and the work that I've done with God's help for 25 years. So let us get into today's business. So on the 2nd of October, which was yesterday, 2025, KT Katiso Molefe walked into court with one goal to overturn his bail refusal. But at the end of the day, the judges reserved their judgment, and Molefe was sent back to his cell and he's waiting. We are also waiting to hear if the appeal was successful or not. So on the 2nd, yesterday, here's the question that we have now, Uguti. Why do police generals call Molefe one of the most dangerous men in South Africa? And how does his story tie into DJ Sumbody, allegations of drug cartels, and even whispers of a Lesotho passport that was used in 2003? So this afternoon, we are unpacking the man, the case, and the bigger network behind him. So let us start with the first section. The timeline. So in July 2025, Molefe was arrested by the SAPS Political Killings Task Team in Gauteng. This was not his first brush with the law. At the time of his arrest, he was already out on bail for something else. Yes, already out for another assassination case. So in August 2025, he appeared in magistrate court and Judge Boshoff refused him bail. The court says Molefe has not shown exceptional circumstances and warns that he is a flight risk and could interfere with witnesses and could commit further crimes. So now yesterday, Anisha said we are dealing with the timeline. Yesterday, on the 2nd of October 2025, Molefe appeared in court appealing the decision that was done in August, him being refused bail. So his lawyers argued that the magistrate's ruling was legally flawed and based on speculation and built on weak circumstantial evidence. The state, however, insists that the risks are too great and the High Court reserves judgment, meaning there's no ruling yet and Molefe is supposed to remain in custody. So what is he facing exactly? Molefe stands accused of orchestrating the 2022 hit on DJ Sumbody. His real name, DJ Sumbody, is Opa John Sefoka, alongside with his two bodyguards, Usibusiso Mgwena and Sandile Mieza. It was a high-profile killing that shocked the entertainment world. What are the charges? The charges are murder, conspiracy to murder, possession of unlicensed firearms, and ammunition. And prosecutors describe him not just a participant, but also the mastermind, someone pulling strings from behind the scenes. So Molefe's story doesn't just start here. In the street, there are whispers that go back. Some people claim that in 2003, Molefe was involved in a drug-related case overseas and that he used a Lesotho passport to disguise his identity. Others claim that he was even convicted in the UK. Now, let's be clear, these are just allegations. I've checked official resources, your reliable records. I did not find anything that supports this. But what is true, however, is that the police have long regarded Molefe as a slippery, a man with multiple identities, connections, and escape routes. So whether or not the passport story is real, but what matters is that there's a reputation here and it has been built. A figure seen as untouchable, operating in the shadows. So the most damning claims come not from tabloids, but from sworn testimony. I want to talk about the Madlanga Commission now. The Madlanga Commission of Inquiry Crime Intelligence Boss, Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo, said Molefe is one of the leaders of the so-called Big Five cartel. Alongside with Vusimuzi Ket Matlala, Molefe is alleged to control the network that stretches across borders. So what is the Big Five? According to Khumalo, it's a syndicate entrenched in drug trafficking, cross-border hijackings, extortion and protection rackets, and tender fraud. Those are the things that they say they deal with. So it's not just a gang activity. The Big Five is said to have deep political connections, infiltration inside the police, and power to make cases disappear. So Molefe is painted not necessarily as the kingpin, but as the central operator, a man who makes things move on the ground while protecting bigger interest. And that's why generals like Khumalo were warning us, saying that releasing him on bail is not just about one man, it's about a system of an organized crime. So let us also get into now why bail matters. Why does this matter? And why? Because someone said in the comment section on TikTok, these guys must just forget about bail because they keep on going back to court. Some people were saying that it's because the lawyers are being paid by these systems. And I want us to talk about this. So bail is, now let's circle back to the bail itself. Bail is not a trial. It's not about guilt or innocence. It is about risk. So the magistrate in August said Molefe is too risky and he's facing life sentences. So the incentive to flee is massive. He has money, he's got networks, he's got influence. Witnesses are afraid, and some even believe that once they let him go, he could order further hits, in Kabi. So his lawyers countered that and said the state's case is witnessed, it's based on speculation, and that is unfair to punish Molefe before trial. They say he deserves to be out on bail, just like any other accused who is presumed innocent until proven guilty. So the High Court now, it's the ball is in their court. Oguti, like literally in their court. Oguti, now they must decide, Oguti, they will refuse or they will let him out. And the decision will tell us whether the South African's judiciary is willing to confront organized crime head on. So I think everyone is doing their part. We've heard about General Mkhwanazi, Lieutenant General Dumsane came there, even General Masemula came there. So, yeah, manje, I don't know. We know that they said General Dumsane is sick. So we are just waiting for him to be better so that the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry will carry on. So here's where we stand right now with KT Molefe. Katiso KT Molefe is that he was arrested in July 2025. He was denied bail in August. And then yesterday on the 2nd of October, his appeal was heard and judgment was reserved. He remains behind bars and a murder trial is looming. So beyond courtrooms, his story exposes a darker picture. The one that we didn't know, and it's coming to light right now. Organized crime, political networks, and a country that is still struggling with violence and corruption. When the High Court delivers its ruling, because that's what we're waiting for now, it won't just decide Molefe's fate. It will send the signal to every accused gangster, every whistleblower, and every South African watching. Can the law really stand up to cartels? That is what we want to see now. We'll be watching, and I will bring you the next update. So we are waiting for the judgment. Yes. So what do you think? Let me know. Should Molefe get bail? Is he too dangerous? Drop your thoughts on the comment section. And thank you for subscribing on the channel. Thank you for the follow on TikTok. And thank you so much for hitting that notification button so that whenever I do videos, then you can get a notification button. With that being said, I'll see you on the next one. God bless you and ciao.